Good morning, practitioners. Today I'm a little bit pressed for time. I have 4 hour slot that I can use for practicing and work. I thought about going out and learning French while I'm walking, but Annika is now gone for around an hour. So I have time here to use the piano. I can be loud and I will use that. Although I have a little bit the urge to go outside, but yeah, it's a bit of a tactical decision now. So I will start with practicing the piano and then go out and learn French. My current plan with the piano is to first prove to myself that I'm really practicing now, because I used to practice as a child and didn't practice for a long time, or just a little bit here and there, but never really went into practicing. Now I really want to practice every day. After I prove this to myself, I want to go to a piano teacher. I know a piano teacher here around the corner that I think should be very good. I know someone that is going there. So once I prove this to myself, after maybe 1 more week or 2 more weeks, I will ask there if I can get lessons. So what I'm practicing at the moment is this piece, that everyone that plays the piano knows. And what I'm trying at the moment is to learn it by heart, so I don't need to look at the sheet anymore. So what I'm basically doing, I'm testing myself regularly. So I practice, tuk, and then I realize, here, I don't know what to do. And then I practice this part and the part after and the part before, and I put together. And then I try to put it all together and see if it works, and so on and so forth. I played it quite a few times with the sheet music. And the reason why I want to learn it, why I want to put it into my brain, is that I can also concentrate much more on the actual, on my fingers actually. But also I like this piece, I really love it actually, because it's so mathematical. It's so music, this, how do I say? It's like a very basic piece that makes you understand very basic things about music and about sound. And I feel I want to learn it by heart also because it makes me able to shift my focus more to this understanding of what's happening. I find it very fascinating that if I play the piece without the sheet music, I don't sort of consciously know necessarily what I need to press next, but my fingers are doing it. So there is this thing about consciousness and unconsciousness, and in a sense it feels for me it's the best if I can be conscious, if I really know, if I can tell you, okay, there's this note, there's this note. But then actually, anyway, after you want to go into the unconscious note, that's just flowing. And at the moment, I feel like I'm unconscious, semi-competent in pressing the right notes, not all the time at the moment. And from there, probably I can get to consciousness and then, again, let go of everything. Okay, now I'm in the forest doing my French lessons here with my headphones. It's nice. And I can say in several languages that I speak or understand a little bit of this language, and also again in French, je comprends un peu le français. Och ani medebär ksat ivrit. Jag förstår lite svenska. Eu falo poco de português. Я говорю чуть-чуть по-русски. Yeah, I haven't really gotten far necessarily in any of these languages, but maybe you remember that last year I did this 1 month of Swedish, and that was actually pretty intense and working well, because then when I went to Sweden, I could understand quite a bit of what was going on, and especially reading I can understand quite a bit because it's so similar to German. And I really love languages. I love language learning. I love to figure out the similarities in the languages and all this stuff. And when I thought back about my last year, this month in February, where I learned very intensely Swedish, and it was a very intense month because Mariana was gone, she was in Brazil, and I was doing everything myself, and there was family life and work and this Swedish learning project, and I on some days felt so fried, my brain felt so tired, and my body felt in a sense sick. I didn't have any real sickness, any virus or something like this, just from all this stuff
But when I looked back at this, I felt like, wow, this was the month last year where I really lived in the way I want to live. This life of the practitioner. Every day, like going into things. Yeah, I'm excited. Okay, I need to continue. I need to continue learning French now. All right. As you can see, I'm in the car now. It was time to pick up the kids. I did 3 breath holds in the car where Annika was driving. And then I gave all my attention to the family. But I added some more practice in the afternoon. Oh, okay, I'm just finishing with some computer work. I will do strength test now. If I can do overhead press with 32 kilograms with the kettlebell, let's see. I trained this like 2 years ago, I think, like during COVID. And I got to, I think, 4 reps or something like this. All right, 4 reps on my strong side. I'm a little bit impressed by myself. That's good also, no? Sometimes. Yeah, maybe if I'm warm, maybe a 5th one is possible. So I'm cold, so yeah, I'm good. 4 reps when I'm cold, nice. Now the weak arm. I shouldn't say weak, like less strong. Oh. Okay, yeah, I really felt like I wanted to do 1 rep less. Actually, already from the first rep, I felt that this shoulder doesn't like it so much. Like it's not as stable somehow as this shoulder. There's maybe some soreness from the last day from here. Like I feel like the limitation also in my head. I had an interesting thing with the overhead press that I'm left-handed, so this is my strong side. But for some time, I had some issue with this shoulder. I wasn't 100% sure what's going on, but I had less strength, like less overhead strength on this shoulder and more here, and then switched around at some point that this shoulder was suddenly much stronger again because the difference was huge. Like I could do like 3 here and just 1 there. Then it switched, and now I can again do more on my stronger side and then here. But today it feels like something here, maybe should do some extra rotation work or something like this. I put 40 kilograms on my back and did a set of 50 repetitions of the back squat. This is the first time I did something like this. My reasoning is that it's actually more of a real life demand of doing consecutive work, like if you go up a mountain or something like that. And it felt pretty good for my legs, like for the integrity of my joints also, especially of the knees. I bought this new tool some time ago, but haven't used it. So now it's time to use it. You use this one to shape the inside of bowls, for example. And we cut down a walnut tree last year, so the wood is ready to be used now. After around 17 minutes of rest, I went for the second set. And I only stayed with 2 sets, so I did 100 reps in total in 2 sets. 160 beats, heartbeat. Good. It was easier than I thought because I was not sure if I make it. But you can do it. I started playing with this new tool. My idea is to make a bowl. But then I actually looked at my clock and I realized, ooh, it's pretty late and not sure how much my neighbors would appreciate me working after 8. And I will continue with the woodwork tomorrow. So have a look at the next practice log.